Welcome, Virgo, to your January 2021 reading. It's great to see you. Great to see the subscribers back again. Much love and good energy towards you. It's always good to see you. By the way, if you haven't seen your annual reading, I published that and it is on the playlist, which is on the channel, which you can find by poking on my head, and it will take you to the playlist section, or the section which has the playlist in it. Now, by the way, if you would like to have a private clairvoyant reading with me, then just check out the information which is in the description box below, and you'll see how easy it is for that to happen from wherever you happen to be living in the world. But now we're going to do an in-depth January reading for you, Virgo, and we're going to see what 5 cards have to tell us is in store for you. Let's see now. There is the Devil. You devil. There is the Knight of Cups. What an interesting depiction as well. Page of Cups, the daughter of the Knight. There's the 7 of Swords. And finally this one, which is the 8 of Wands. Excellent. Why don't you come, sit down next to me. We'll have a good close look at the paintings on these cards while they speak to me, and I'll do the reading for you. Now, just to remind you, there is an annual 2021 reading which I've published, which goes for about 20 minutes, which I've published, and it's on the playlist, or you can just search for me, search Virgo 2021 Nigel. Next month's reading, incidentally, the monthly, will be published on Wednesday, the 6th of January at 2 p.m. US Eastern Time. What a very interesting set of cards. Quite an emotional month for you in some respect. I want to look at this first up, this Page of Cups. Now, your emotions and thoughts are like little ships set adrift on the ocean, affecting the whole of the ocean. Now, you cannot direct the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Now, these little ships, they come from you. Change your ships and change the way the ocean reacts and others react. Change the energy. This page's strength, I think, is unconditional love, both for yourself and for others, and it's also about non-judgment. Assuming strength in yourself and others and in situations. Project into the world calm thoughts that support rather than hinder, really what you want from life. Take complete responsibility for yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, and your life. You were designed for this life in every way. You are free and you are not imprisoned by emotions. Now, this can also refer to a young person, I think, that you're going to be involved with here and thinking of and having things to do with. Someone who's very gracious, sweet, gentle, kind, and romantic. And there's an emotional freedom associated with you at this time. Your jealousy is conquered and you have a trust in yourself. Now, this other person can, I think, seem sometimes to be lost in romance. It's almost as if she has her eyes shut to the environment, but this is gender fluid, of course, these court cards. And it may appear to you that the person is a dreamer and not engaging in life, that she just lives in a world of romance. And I think that you can, during this time, afford to be dependent on others because you always give a lot in return. Now, trust your feelings and perceptions. You are on the right path. Is there anything preventing you from being fully free? You now have the opportunity to let go of it as well. And imagine you are surrounded by water and are dancing the dance of salvation and freedom with light flowing movements, and say to yourself, the more I love myself, the more I can share with others. Now here we go to the 7 of Swords, the moon ruling the 3rd decan of Aquarius. Let's have a look at this, the moon ruling Aquarius. But with this green here, I have a lot of Venus around here as well. I think this is a time for self-knowledge for you. where you come into your own. Now, self-knowledge, do you know your heart knows in silence the secrets of the days and the nights, but your ears thirst for the sound of your heart's knowledge. You would know in words that which you have always known in thought. You would touch with your fingers the naked body of your dreams, the hidden wellspring of your soul needs to rise up and run murmuring to the sea, and the treasure of your infinite depths will then be revealed to your eyes. But don't try and work out how deep things go. Don't seek the depths of your knowledge, for yourself is a sea that is boundless and measureless. Don't say, I have found the truth, but rather, I have found a truth. Don't say, I have found the path of my soul. Say rather, I have met the soul, walking upon my path, for the soul walks upon all paths. And the soul doesn't walk upon a line, nor does it grow like a tree. The soul unfolds itself like a lotus of countless petals. You know, in this search for yourself, the emotions of the moon, so you have the moon in the third decan of Aquarius, 9th to the 18th of February. The emotions of the moon cloud your intellect, right? Those qualities of Aquarius. So Aquarius is therefore weakened, and there's a chance here that you could have a lack of clarity about what it is that you want to do. Now, God forbid, there could well be some self-doubt at the moment, making it seem that difficulties are insurmountable at times. Or your mind might be distracted at a time that you need to be focused. I suspect that subconscious doubts are dominating here. But this is something which can be overcome, and you are overcoming it, because you've got this devil card coming up here, and these other ones show you moving forward. But I will say incidentally that of sacred scriptures, and I don't mean to pick out any one of them in favor of any other, but this is just one that comes to mind. There is a book of the Old Testament, or the Hebrew Bible, known as the Book of Psalms, and in Psalm 38, verse 22, it says, "Do not abandon me, O Lord, my God, be not far from me." And it goes on in verse 23 to say, "Hasten to my aid, O Lord, and be my deliverance." Now, meditating upon that, you will find that your impulses towards self-pity, retaliation, and revenge are swept away. It will replace your thinking with the understanding that you are the creator of your own circumstances, and that what you have created, you can change. Understand, this card, incidentally, this number 7 here, associated with the planet of Venus, which is about love and beauty and business and brings harmony and success. This also refers to an area of divine emanation prior to the emergence of matter from out of spirit, with the thought from the divinity, that we mystics refer to as victory. So you will be having victory over these thoughts, which is swords, that are going around in your mind, because your fears have nothing to do with reality. Wake up and see what's really happening. In what areas of your life do you diminish yourself with your own limited ideas? What are your constricting belief systems? Say this to yourself: I master all the skills and means needed to achieve that which I long for most deeply. And you see, this is being overcome because then you have here, and this is the first card that you drew, you have the Lord of the Gates of Matter, the devil. Let's have a look at you, devil. Now, this devil is Saturn ruling Capricorn with Mars exalted. Now, Mars can be a problem planet. It can be aggressive and unruly and disruptive, but Mars here is in its best form, the fiery material energy of creation. And this can also, I think, say here that you have something of tunnel vision, because the devil's gaze is generally directed at some material goal. Now, this can relate to a career, an ambition, or even just looking after your own best interests. And it implies that you will accomplish much if focused, because the devil isn't distracted by other things. He's very focused on the task at hand. Now, astrologically, Capricorn is the sign of business, career, and worldly success, and social standing. And Capricorns are normally hard workers and high achievers, aren't they? So this is a very complementary astrology around here. There's a new vitality coming into your life now. Humor, great degree of sensuality, I have to say. And I think there's a sense here, I think, where, now you better put your seatbelt on, I think, Virgo, because you're going to find yourself very attractive to, other people are going to be very attracted to you. Now, Saturn in Capricorn, well, Saturn rules Capricorn in classical astrology, and Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Now, Mars also governs your sex drive and creative energy, so the card has very strong link to the material side of life and to self-ambition. Now, Capricorn is opposite Cancer on the zodiac wheel at the top, and in the winter solstice, around about the 25th of December. And so there's a link here also to Christ consciousness or Krishna consciousness. Could well be that there is some blind impulse that you want to pursue, and you'll be irresistibly strong and have great endurance here, and a great degree of sexuality and individuality around it as well. I think there is the message here that you need to accept that you do have an ambitious side, but to see it for what it is and without becoming a slave to it. You will have a strong desire to compete, to improve, and to win. But keep a balance between the material side of life and the emotions and the spirituality of your existence. You could well find that you are very sexually attracted to someone. And also, I think your mental life in that area will be quite productive as well. Or there could well be here the desire for a relationship as well. But the desire for the relationship is for a relationship which is deep, really deep relationship. Have these thoughts in mind, I think. I am a vital, joyful, and grounded person. I enjoy my sexuality. Now, whether my problems are real or imagined, I can handle them realistically and with good humor. But things do move along quite quickly for you, I think, during the period as well, and you're going to be in control of things. Let's have a look at this card here, being the Eight of Wands. Eight, incidentally, have a great association with the planet of Mercury, the communicator here. And let's have a look here. Well, what do I get from this painting? Well, the wings of the lion are the open robes of the magician, I think, from the beginning of the tarot, and exposing his inner core. Having stolen the fire from the gods, taken possession of your own soul, the magician in you rises again like the phoenix, showing you his true form, a blazing star of your full potential with one foot in time and one in eternity. The soul, however, lives in eternity, which counts no time, and so was there all along, carrying you while you slept in the dream world of dual reality. Now, the four tails of the phoenix are the four elements, I think. All the elements are here purely and simply like the primary colors. The sleeper and the lion, the hand of a man and the paw of an animal, the spirit and the body. This is the wedding of opposites, and it is the marriage of the fleshly body with the eternal one, bringing them together, expanding consciousness into both, and all becoming aware of the majestic and powerful self. You truly are your own potential. From the outside, it appears that God is carrying you home, but on the inside, it is you who have become the God and carry yourself. You live to know yourself, your angels and your demons. Yeah, your demons. Even the most enlightened have a shadow. They simply accept, integrate, and make the best use of their dark sides, of their faults. Know it all. It is all part of your genius, the greatness of each individual. Work, earn, know yourself, create your reality, become your greatest potential, ground wishes with action, be the crux of the real and the sublime, accomplishing your highest task. Now, I said I had Mercury in the numerology. Well, I also have it in the card, and I have Mercury ruling the first decan of Sagittarius, the 23rd of November to the 2nd of December. This is the Lord of Swiftness. Mercury, everywhere all over this card. Well, Mercury is the planet of communication, and Sagittarius has the swiftness of the arrow. And this may produce in you something of a restless intellect. This number 8 numerologically also means power, balance, harmony, practicality, skill, manifestation, and also decisions. So there's a decision that you're going to make, and it's going to be the right decision as well. You'll be overcoming obstacles, and I think you'll find that events are moving very fast. Blockages are going to be removed, and opportunities are coming in, arriving quickly. And I think you'll also be overcoming misunderstandings with people. You can transform any situation, problem, or obstacle by taking swift action with direct communication to resolve it. I think this highlights the need for clear communications, because the energy here, the fire energy in this card for me, is very refined. It's very pure. It's clear. So it's clear communication that's required to manifest the things that you want in your life. And I think you can expect to be busy, as this card has a lot of energy propelling you forward. You may quickly complete a project that is underway as well, but it's important that you determine where your energy is going to be directed. Concentrate your force, and then get on with things. The moment has come for you to define where you stand. If you are open and remain centered, misunderstandings are going to be cleared away. Is there anyone to whom you do not dare to openly state where you stand? Use this opportunity to open yourself up more to those people who mean something to you. Talk to them. Say this to yourself: my openness and self-confidence opens the hearts of those I love. Well, then that takes us to the Prince of the Chariot of Water. Let's have a look at this prince here. This Knight of Cups. You can see his head there. There he is. Good on you, Knight of Cups. Now, I think that Scorpio and Libra are going to be around here, really. As a knight, he's air and he's in water. And when you put air and water together, you can either have a very calm surface, or you can have a tsunami, you can have tidal waves, you can have enormous seas. So there's a great elasticity associated with this energy, volatility, because huge seas can get whipped up, and you also have the energy of steam that's here. I think that this person, and it could be a Scorpio or a Libra or someone with those those ascendants, those rising signs. This is someone I think who has a heavy, intense feeling to them, I think. Because I get that controlling emotion of Scorpio that's around here. And this means that, but with the air of Libra, I think this means that the person can also be detached and cool. This can often be a front for insecurity and fear. Usually the feminine asks the masculine to go deeper into his feelings, to join her in the place where the two can meet as one in relationship. But this guy here, can be a woman of course, is completely without conscience in the ordinary sense of the word. He is perfectly ruthless. He cares intensely for power, for information and his own aims, and feels no responsibility for others and can't be relied upon. Yeah, craving. There's a craving, a feeling of craving around here. So in relation to you, I think what this means is there could be a situation that's showing up which may appear calm, but it could mask a passion and an intensity beneath the surface, which can become quite volatile. Now this man here in this card I think has much to offer. He has an immense ability, but he can't be relied upon. His main responsibility is to himself, as I've said, and he can be secretive, hiding his deepest desires. Very often this is someone who can be in the arts or music, I think, or in things to do with fashion, beauty, those things to do with artistic things in and around the house. There's a person here, I think, who is, can bring a lot. I think it represents a period of rest and healing for you that is necessary after a period of quite some intensity in your life, and this allows you to mend before you go back out to a more productive phase. Now, if you don't use this time wisely, then cycles can repeat. With this Prince of Cups, this comes about when he has been exhausted from periods of passion, sex, drinking and girls, or the equivalent in the lesbian and gay community. So forgive me if I'm heterocentric. And it could also be that your expectations in relation to somebody else have been unfulfilled. And that could leave you with something of a sadness or a disappointment. So really, it's asking you to check to see whether you have, in fact, set realistic goals with respect to somebody else. Don't cut yourself off or stop trying to move yourself forward. See, with this prince, when he lives life on the edge, then you can experience loss, which is inevitable. But there is here with him, and also for you, the real potential of balance and harmony. There is an intensity here. And it can give an emotional depth to a sexual relationship, giving it a great intensity. And it doesn't mean just sexual fulfillment, but also getting the most out of life by living it to the full. This is what I think is coming through to you at the moment. It's a reminder for you to get on with things and live life to the full. I'd also say it's saying to you that you should accept your sexual needs and passions and live them out with awareness, because you'll discover a lot in this process. Give yourself totally to the experience and observe yourself in it. And maybe ask yourself, what secret wishes are you unwilling to admit to? Spend some time each day visualizing yourself with your desires without getting lost in them. And say to yourself, I now live out my sexual desires. This makes me more vital and fulfilled. A very, very good energy of creativity and emotional wellness, intensity around here. Could be situations, as I say, where beneath the surface it just needs something to let it become volatile. So don't be surprised if that turns up for you. But you have the great ability to make things happen, and you'll be making quick decisions in there, and you're knowing more about yourself. You've got it all going, Virgo. Good job, well done. That's the way it is for you this month. Well, I loved spending that time with you then. What a great month it looks like it's going to be for you. And don't you deserve it? You certainly do. Of anybody, you deserve the good things that are coming into your life. Now remember this one thing always, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.